Hey, how's it, you oaks, and welcome back. And a special welcome to the new subscribers. Very happy to have you guys on board. I trust we will have a long and interesting journey together. So if you don't know me, my name is Dirk de Villiers from Rat Rods for Africa. I run a small one-man shop out here in the middle of a forest where I realize my rusty dreams. I'd like to say a big thank you for all the positive comments from you guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Means a lot to me. Makes my whole mission worthwhile. I've run out of steam. Excuse me, so I'm going to call it a day. Tomorrow I'll get the fenders fixed to the truck. I have my fender positioned as I want it, but I need to move it in, and I need to cut it on this side so that it follows the curve of this loadbin side piece. And a technique called spiling comes from the boating industry, boat building, called spiling, works very well. I've cut the block, which is the width of the amount I want to move in, and now all you do is you'll ride the block against that surface and you draw your line. So once I've cut to this line, the fender will move in and it will be an exact fit. Okay, let's give it a try, see how it turned out. Gotta get my blocks in, there we go. And there we are, first fit. You can see how well it works. Works really well, nice fit. And you can scribe it again now if you wanted to, if there's still some minute imperfections. Of course, if you want to do that, you need to do your first cut a little over, because if I cut more off here, it will obviously move in more. But yeah, it's looking pretty good, I'm happy. Just a close-up view. You can see it's a nice tight fit, works well. Could even take it off a little bit on the high spots if you really want a perfect fit. What the hell is a perfect fit? So I've been contemplating where to cut this fender off for a long time now, and deciding on the shapes and all of that, because I need to cut it obviously. So in the end I've decided it's safest to just extend the dorsal line and cut it off at that height, at least for now anyway, both on this side and on that side. This remains parallel all the way to just behind the fender, and then only does it start lifting. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to extend this line and cut it off at that height. So one can see here how much the truck has actually dropped. I've got a gap here of maybe, I don't know, 25 millimeters, about an inch, if not less. This is sitting at the standard or original height. The tires are smaller in diameter. So yeah, you can see it there. So this line is roughly where my new fender is going to sit. I need clearance for my suspension travel. This is the absolute maximum it can go before the differential bottoms out on the stops. So I'm just going to cut this out to provide that clearance. And then what I can do on the inside also is to just put a little round piece of plate in there to create a fender well. Okay, I don't like it. But let's see what the plasma cutter has to say about all this paint. Now it's a pretty dirty cut, you can see it because of the contamination from the paint, but it's working okay. There, now we've got the off-road look. So, yeah, after much contemplation, I decided I'm just going to weld the bloody fender on here. Fuck it, it's just a rat rod. I was first thinking about making a flange and then bolting it on. That's a shitload of work. No, stuff it. Just going to weld it on, so I'm just going to grind here now so that I've got exposed clean metal for welding it on. I found the Bondo. There's lots of body putty in here. Down here as well. I hate this bloody Bondo shit. Well, anyway, there we are. Maybe a little bit more here and there. Put your gas mask on, here it comes. So we go from the off-road look to the slammed look in an instant. Here we go. The off-road machine is standing out there, 4x4 and everything. Crackpot's gonna be... Okay, I need to make a final call now on the fore and aft positioning of this thing exactly. Then I'm gonna tack it on. I still need to fine tune down here and here, cut some radius. I reserve the right to still play with this line. Currently the tire is clearing it. Not much, but it is. It's enough, I think. And then what I will do, once I finalize this, I will edge it with some 1/4 inch round bar. That will be in the future somewhere. For now, I need to get this thing attached to the loadbin. And there you go, that's what we have so far. I did have to put in another patch piece down here. There was some rust that I cut out, so I had to fill that in. There's the view from the back side so far. So the tire only just clears here. Get my finger in there though. But it's enough clearance. As you can see. So I still have to do my final cut here. I need to decide on my radius here and down there. I might actually go like this to match the front side. We'll see. And once that is finalized, I'll edge it with a piece of 6mm round bar. I could take it up here. The way it currently is, you can't take the wheel off if you jack it under the axle. So you have to jack it under the chassis so that the suspension drops, which is a bit of a pain. But you know what? It's like high heel shoes, eh? If you want to be sexy, you got to take the pain. I might only do the round bar down the line. I don't think I'm going to do it right now. I think I first want to see what the stance in the front is going to be like before I absolutely finalize this cut. So I might, like I said, take it up a little bit. I don't know yet. So I'm not going to do the round bar now. I will only do it much later. when I've got the engine in and I've got the front sitting where it must be. Cool. I had to add braces here. If there's no braces, you can see it's all moving. So I've just added the simple bracket here that I can bolt there to stiffen it up. I did the same thing on the back. Just a look from here to get a little bit more perspective. So just for fun, here's the look if the differential were to sit under the springs. I think most oaks in South Africa likes the sort of off-road look. And then I've obviously, or you might remember from previous videos, I've put the differential on top of the springs, and then that's what we have, the slammed look. So you can have both by just actually playing with the position of that differential. Can't have both at the same time. It's a bit of work in between the two looks. Okay, so I've just got to add the final stitches so that I know it's properly sewn together. And now I've got to do all of that again on the side. Better get to it. The shit I dream up, eh? Look at the state of this thing. I mean, it's in terrible condition. Look at that. There you go, paint. So I finally got the starboard side done as well. I tell you, a lot of measuring and comparing and inventing ways to create reference points. But I think they are more or less the same. Let's have a look from the back. Well, that's what our crackpot looks like now from behind. I'm pretty happy. I'm sure if you stare at it long enough, you'll see differences between the two sides. But yes, I think it's good enough. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing and help me to grow the channel. I'd appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.